Hello, web explorers. Welcome to our channel where the world reveals its wildest secrets to you. Today, buckle up because we're going on a journey like no other. A journey into the heart of India. This land of striking contrasts where the ancient meets the modern, where the sacred blends with the everyday, and where, frankly, logic sometimes takes a vacation. Think you know India? The intoxicating spices, the dazzling colors, the spiritual ceremonies. Yes, all of that exists. But what you might not know is that behind this veil of familiarity lies a universe of such bewildering, so unique strangeness that it becomes fascinating. Imagine temples where rats are worshipped as deities, bridges that literally grow on trees, villages where houses have no doors, and festivals where, yes, you heard right, people joyfully throw cow dung at each other. Prepare for a deluge of curiosities, traditions that defy understanding, and phenomena that will make you say, this is impossible. Because today, we're going to reveal 10 things you will absolutely never, anywhere else see, except in this land of 1,000 faces. Enough to make you see India from a completely new perspective, and perhaps even make you want to pack your bags immediately. So, make yourselves comfortable, open your minds, and let's dive into the strangest wonders of India together. Number 10. The Floating Stone of Shivapur. Let's begin our exploration with something that literally defies the laws of physics. Something that seems straight out of a fairy tale or an ancient legend. We're traveling to the heart of Maharashtra, to the small village of Shivapur near Pune. Here lies a mysterious phenomenon that fascinates believers and skeptics alike. The floating stone. At the sanctuary of Kamarali Darves, a stone weighing around 90 kilograms is at the center of a 1,000-year-old spiritual ritual. The principle is as simple as it is mind-boggling. 11 men gather, place their index fingers under this massive stone, and lift it with no apparent effort. The stone, as if carried by an invisible force, rises into the air, defying gravity and logic. Imagine the scene. 11 fingers under an imposing stone, and it lifts. According to legend, this feat is due to Kamar Ali, a holy man with exceptional spiritual powers who allegedly cast a spell on the stone. He promised that if 11 men touched the stone and recited his name, it would levitate as if by magic. Of course, scientific minds will seek rational explanations, coordination, technique, weight distribution. And yes, collective effort undeniably plays a role. But for those who witness this spectacle, the impression is quite different. It's a demonstration of faith, a manifestation of spiritual energy that seems to transcend human limits. Visitors flock from all over the world, hoping to witness this act that resembles a miracle. It's a moment that makes you reflect on what is truly possible and on the power of belief. Who are we to say it's impossible? Number 9. The mystical motorcycle sanctuary. Let's stay in the realm of the unusual, but this time with a touch of quirky modernity. Imagine a place of worship dedicated to a motorcycle. Yes, you heard right. Forget statues of gods or classic religious icons. In the Rajasthan desert, a sanctuary commemorates the memory of a man and his faithful mechanical companion. We are at the Bullet Baba Temple, a place unique in its kind. It commemorates the memory of Om Singh Rathore, affectionately called Om Bana, and his 350cc Royal Enfield motorcycle. The story surrounding this sanctuary is as strange as it is captivating. In 1988, Om Bana died in a motorcycle accident, precisely at the spot where the temple now stands. After his tragic disappearance, the police confiscated his motorcycle and took it to the station. But here's the catch. The very next day, the motorcycle miraculously reappeared at the accident site. Despite the authorities' attempts to secure it, drain its fuel, lock it up, the motorcycle continued to return to the same spot, as if guided by an invisible force. Local residents, seeing this as a sign of Ombana's persistent spirit, decided to erect a sanctuary for him. Today, people come to worship there, leaf flowers, sweets, and even bottles of alcohol, believing that Bullet Baba watches over them and protects them on the road. The offerings reflect the eclectic nature of this cult. The tree near the accident site is adorned with colorful threads and bracelets, a testament to the visitor's faith in the supernatural protection offered by this unlikely guardian. It's a story that blurs the lines between life, death, technology, and faith, proving that even motorcycles can find their place in the pantheon of Indian beliefs. Number 8, Jallikattu, the challenge of wild bulls. Let's now move on to a tradition that combines courage, culture, and a certain animal spectacle. You may know of the Spanish bullfights, but India has its own version, much more deeply rooted in local heritage and pride. This is Jallikattu, an ancient custom of Tamil Nadu. Jallikattu is much more than just a competition. It is a living symbol of heritage and pride, a test of ancestral bravery. This event, which takes place every year in January as part of the Pongal festival, the great harvest celebration, transforms the region's villages into a whirlwind of energy. The principle? Men tackle powerful bulls, not to kill them, but to prove their courage and skill by taming them. The goal is not violence, as in Spanish arenas, but dexterity, strength, and the mastery of danger. This custom dates back over 2,000 years, with traces in classical Tamil literature. Originally, it was a rite of passage for young men, a way to demonstrate their maturity and bravery. The bulls used are specifically selected, often from indigenous breeds such as Puliculum and Kangayam, and they themselves have become symbols of the strong link between the community and its cattle. Of course, Jallikattu has also sparked controversy. Animal rights advocates have raised concerns about the treatment of bulls, leading to legal bans, notably a Supreme Court decision in 2014. However, massive demonstrations in favor of preserving this tradition led to an ordinance in 2017, allowing the sport under regulated conditions. Today, Jallikattu continues to represent a deep connection with Tamil culture, a delicate balance between ancient customs and modern ethical concerns. If you have the chance to visit this region during Pongal, witnessing this tradition will offer you an invaluable glimpse into the intense pride and passion of the people of Tamil Nadu. It is a raw, vibrant, and deeply rooted spectacle in history. Number 7. The Pushkar Camel Festival, the Camel Invasion. Imagine a vast desert landscape, bathed in the Indian sun, transformed into a vibrant carnival where thousands of camels, adorned with their most beautiful decorations, colorful carpets, bells, intricate ornaments, parade through an immense crowd. This is the Pushkar Camel Fair, held annually in November in Rajasthan. What began over a century ago as a market for camel traders has transformed into one of India's most important and colorful cultural festivals. But don't be mistaken, it's not just a market, it's a true spectacle. The camels are the undisputed stars. They participate in beauty contests, frenzied races, and even choreographed dance-offs, where animals and their owners compete in elegance and rhythm. It's fascinating to see how these animals, often considered rustic, are treated with such care and pride. And that's not all. Pushkar, during the festival, becomes a true cultural fair. There is a lively folk music, turban tying contests, the most impressive mustache competitions, and even hot air balloon rides offering a breathtaking view of this grandiose spectacle. For sports enthusiasts, you might even witness a friendly cricket match between locals and tourists, played in the traditional Logan style. And for those seeking a spiritual dimension, Pushkar hosts one of the world's rare temples dedicated to Brahma. During the festival, thousands of pilgrims visit the sacred Pushkar lake for a ritual bath, believing it purifies their souls. The Pushkar Camel Fair is therefore much more than just a camel celebration. It's a perfect fusion of culture, spirituality, and the raw beauty of Rajasthan, an experience to be had at least once in a lifetime. Number 6. Guardians of Nature, the Bishnoi community. India is not just a land of astonishing traditions. It is also a land where the relationship between humans and nature is deeply rooted in spirituality. For over 500 years, a specific community has protected flora and fauna with almost religious fervor, guided by ancient ecological principles. In the heart of the Thar Desert in Rajasthan lives the Bishnoi community. These people are considered among the first environmentalist groups in the world. Founded in the 15th century by Guru Jambashwa, their faith is based on 29 principles that place the protection of nature above all else. Prohibition of cutting trees, prohibition of killing animals. These are strict rules that have forged a culture deeply committed to the preservation of all life forms. Their dedication to conservation is not merely symbolic. It has been proven time and again through acts of bravery that command respect. The most famous dates back to 1730, when Amrita Devi, a Bishnoi woman, sacrificed her life to prevent loggers from cutting down sacred trees. She was martyred along with 363 other people who joined her in the struggle. This act of sacrifice initiated a tradition of environmental activism that continues to this day. The Bishnois continue to protect wildlife, particularly the nilgai antelope, black buck, which they consider sacred. Their villages are veritable sanctuaries for animals, offering protection from poachers and care for injured beasts. Their commitment has even inspired major ecological movements in India, such as the famous Chipko movement in the 1970s, where villagers physically clung to trees to save them. The Bishnoi community embodies an ancient wisdom and an ecological consciousness that continue to inspire the world. Number 5. Living bridges, the symbiosis between man and tree. Imagine crossing a river, not on a stone or metal bridge, but on a living bridge. A bridge that has been literally woven by nature, guided by the human hand. This is a reality in the state of Meghalaya, in northeastern India. Welcome to Meghalaya, the abode of clouds, a region of incredible natural beauty, and the cradle of the living root bridges, bridges made of living roots. These rivers and ravines, for decades, even centuries, they use hollowed out banana trunks or betel nuts as guides to encourage the roots to grow in the desired direction. Over time, the roots intertwine, strengthen, and eventually form sturdy bridges capable of supporting the weight of several people at once. Some of these bridges are so robust that they can last for generations. And the most incredible thing is that they continue to grow and strengthen over time. Unlike artificial bridges that degrade, these evolve, self-repair, and become more resistant. The most famous is the double-decker root bridge in Nongriat, a two-tiered marvel that looks like it's straight out of a fantasy film. These bridges are not just a feat of bioorganic engineering. They are a symbol of a life philosophy, working in harmony with nature, not against it. Rather than cutting down trees, the inhabitants of Meghalaya choose to grow them to create sustainable, functional, beautiful, and, above all, ecological. Number 4. The Temple of the Sacred Rats, Karni Mata. Among all the remarkable and unusual sights in India, few can rival the strange wonder of the Karni Mata temple in Bishnoi, Rajasthan. Here, thousands of rats are neither hunted nor feared. They are revered and considered sacred residents. This 600-year-old temple is dedicated to Karni Mata, a revered Hindu saint considered an incarnation of the goddess Durga. But what is most surprising is not the architecture or the usual rituals, but the approximately 25,000 rats that have chosen this place of worship as their home. Legend has it that Karni Mata once implored Yama, the god of death, to bring back to life a deceased child. When Yama refused, Karni Mata decreed that her followers would be reincarnated as rats, rather than pass into the afterlife. This proclamation transformed the temple into a sacred sanctuary for these rodents, locally known as kabas. Visitors from all over the world flocked to witness this unique phenomenon. Rats run freely on the marble floors, eat offerings of food, and even drink milk from bowls left by devotees. And the most astonishing thing? Spotting an albino rat among this multitude is considered an incredibly lucky omen, a symbol of the reincarnation of Karni Mata's own family. Conversely, harming a rat here is a grave offense. If you accidentally step on one, tradition dictates that you must replace it with a gold or silver replica. The Karni Mata temple is one of India's most extraordinary and surreal attractions, offering a fascinating glimpse into a world where devotion to animals reaches unimaginable heights. It is an experience that confronts you with beliefs that transcend our daily understanding. Number 2. The Monkey Man of Delhi, a metropolis in panic. We've spoken of spirituality, nature, ancient traditions. Now let's talk about a phenomenon that chilled the blood of Delhi residents in 2001. A mysterious creature, an urban legend that sowed panic in the Indian capital. In 2001, the streets of New Delhi became the scene of a wave of fear and collective hysteria. Sightings of a strange, monkey-like creature began to circulate. Witnesses described it as a 1.20-meter tall figure, covered in dark fur, with luminous red eyes and sharp metallic claws. It was said to jump from rooftop to rooftop, attack people at night, and disappear into the shadows before it could be identified. The panic was so great that citizen groups formed for self-protection, and the police were overwhelmed with calls reporting sightings. The frenzy intensified, fueled by rumors and a growing number of alleged attacks. But here's the twist. Despite hundreds of reports, no concrete evidence of this creature's existence was ever found. No clear photos, no captured suspects, just a mass hysteria that gripped the city. Some believe the Monkey Man was a pure invention, a product of collective imagination, an urban legend born of fear and myths. Others speculate it might have been a prankster taking advantage of the chaos. However, the possibility of supernatural involvement was also raised, as India is a land where myths and reality often blur. The Monkey Man of Delhi remains one of the country's most bizarre urban legends. Was it just paranoia, a hoax, or something more? The mystery remains unsolved, and that's what makes India so fascinating, isn't it? Number 1. The Cow Dung Festival, Gorabana. And to conclude our journey in style, with a tradition that is so strange it seems straight out of an unbridled fantasy. Some Indian festivities defy common understanding, and this one is a perfect example. Welcome to Gumatapura, in Karnataka, for the Gorabana festival. This unique, one-of-a-kind event transforms cow dung into the ultimate weapon in a battle that engulfs the entire village. It's an eccentric tradition, a spectacle you have to see to believe. Taking place just after Diwali, the festival of lights, as the rest of the country begins to calm down, the residents of Gumatapura prepare for this extraordinary event. The festival begins with the collection of fresh cow dung from all corners of the village. It is then blessed and piled up near the local temple. What follows is a general melee that can only be described as a massive food fight, although it is anything but edible. Locals firmly believe that cow dung possesses sacred and medicinal qualities. So it's not just a wild party, but a deeply spiritual ritual. According to legend, using cow dung in this battle brings health, prosperity, and protection from diseases. What may seem absurd to outsiders is actually a cherished ritual passed down from generation to generation. The event itself is one of joyful savagery. Hundreds of villagers, young and old, throw handfuls of cow dung at each other in a pure celebration of chaos. The air is filled with laughter, shouts, and of course, plenty of flying dung. This festival even attracts curious tourists, eager to witness this unique and bizarre tradition. So, would you be brave enough to join this wild celebration? Or would you prefer to keep your distance? Whatever your choice, Gorabana is a reminder that India never lacks fascinating and unexpected customs. This is India in all its splendor, unpredictable and marvelous. Number 10, subscriber topic. And now, before we conclude, let's talk for a moment about this image that appears here. Look at this image. You see a train crossing a bridge, but what's astonishing is the colossal number of people literally hanging everywhere, on the roof, along the carriages, spilling out of every opening. It's a scene of incredible human density, evoking extreme overcrowding and how people adapt, or rather survive, in transport conditions that defy all safety and logic. It's the kind of image that sticks in the mind and raises 1,000 questions about the challenges faced by certain populations. It's the kind of moment that, when looking at India, reminds us of the power of human adaptation and the immensity of its population. So we've reached the end of our journey through India's oddities and wonders. From the gravity-defying stone to the temple of rats, from living bridges to cow dung battles, we've explored facets of this country that challenge our perception of reality and tradition. India is a kaleidoscope of experiences. It's a place where faith can move mountains, where nature is revered as a deity, and where the oldest customs continue to thrive in a modern world. These 10 phenomena are just a glimpse of the incredible diversity and unimaginable creativity that animate this ancient land. One thing is certain: India constantly reminds us that the world is far vaster and far stranger than we can imagine. It invites us to open our minds, to accept the unexpected, and to celebrate the infinite richness of human culture. So, which of these oddities impressed you the most? Which one would you like to discover with your own eyes? Let us know in the comments below. Your opinion matters immensely to us. And if you enjoyed this video and it made you want to learn more about the most unusual corners of our planet, don't forget to like, share with your explorer friends, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future adventures. Thank you for traveling with us today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep marveling, and remember, the world is full of surprises, especially when it comes to India.